And we're live. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our podcast. Is Danny Amara with other speakers, and today we'll be having Danny Amara in our midst. And if you guys can notice, you found out that he's here already with us. So we'll be kicking off immediately. Don't forget, our theme still remains how to scale your online business to 1000%. So the target is 1000, not 100, not 200, not 300, but 1000%. So I have Danny Amara with us now. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be here. Good evening, everybody, wherever you're watching from. If you're watching live now, if you're watching the video, whenever, good evening to you. I hope you're doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Thank
Really
you.
good to be here. And I hope with the little time we have spent here, that we probably get something before we call it tonight. Yeah. All right. Am I good to
Yeah,
go? Can
yeah,
I go
yeah,
ahead?
you can.
All right. So one more time, hi everybody. Um, Yeah, I think I should be looking at the camera so that I should not be looking at the screen to see myself. I should be looking at you guys. All right, so it's good to be here, every one of you watching this at this time. I'm just going to try to make this brief. First, my apologies that we are starting a little bit late. We are starting late, an hour late. Um, I needed to get back to my location so that I'll be ready for this for some things, unexpected things that we could not see ahead of time. So I was brought in to speak to you guys on a very beautiful topic. I really enjoy talking about branding. All right, branding is something that for the past 6+ years now, I've taken my time exploring, trying out, growing, researching, studying, making mistakes, and all of that. All right. Sorry, 1 second. I'm coming, guys. Okay. Yeah, so it's something I've taken up my time, a long term to explore, to study, to also learn from top guys who have been here for a very long time. And this is what I can tell you for sure that it's been a I can tell you for sure it's been a beautiful experience, all right, over these years, exploring and getting to learn new stuff about branding. And in the course of my journey, I've come to understand that branding is not really what we think it is. What we think it is. First, let me quickly say this: that ever since this year, I had decided to make more of my sessions. Any session I find myself at all, I decided that it was going to be a workshop in the sense that it's going to be more practical. Really, we really communicate and take action while we are talking. So we don't just spend time saying a lot of things and not taking action. So I said that wherever I find myself teaching or talking, okay, whatever session I'll be hosting, that it will be practical. I'll be taking action at the spot. All right. So, and I hope we can really achieve that tonight, because I want, with the little time I have to spend here, I want every one of us to have our notepads and pen ready to take down these strategic questions, the strategic things I'll be asking you guys to do in the course of this session. All right. So, and I hope we can give answers to that why I am giving them out. Okay. So, from what I was saying, with the little I've learned, I've come to understand that branding is not really what we think it is. By default, we think that branding is probably having a logo, having a t-shirt with your name on it, your brand name on it, or we think that branding is being active on social media, or we think that branding is having having a wall mock-up logo, that logo that you put on the mock-up and it's placed on the wall and all of that. And that's what a lot of us have come to see branding as. All right, that's what a lot of us have come to see branding as. But the thing is this, that branding is totally different from what we think it is. And this night I'm going to explain to you in just few strategic ways what branding is, and I'm going to tell you how to build a brand. For what you first need to understand is brand is not logo design, like I've already said. It's not color, it's not font, it's not your clothes, it's not the mock-ups that you do. Brand is a character. Brand is a perception that people have towards or about you. So a brand necessarily is not just about your say. In fact, it's not really about your say. It's about what your audience has to say about you. For example, I've come to build, like I said few seconds ago, I said branding is more like a character, it's a lifestyle. All right. I've come to be, I love to use myself as a very big example when it comes to this, because why I was learning what branding is, or why I'm still learning what branding is, I've started making it a practical thing for myself, because I'm not just learning and knowing, I'm living it. Okay. So when I started in this space, I know that definitely had my name, all right. Name that biologically this is what I answer, all right. But with time, I said to, if you look on the screen right now, what you're going to be seeing there is, you're going to be seeing Danny Amara, all right. And also with time, over the years, I've come to also be known for a particular set of things, and also for a particular set of name, but not just me putting it out there. Okay, this I don't think till this point, Daniel Amara as a person or Apostle of Zen as a person, I don't have a logo. All right, and I'm a living witness that a brand is not a logo, because if you look at me, you are practically seeing a personal brand that is growing and growing and growing and will continue to grow. All right, a personal brand that is growing and growing and will continue to grow. So what I want you to what I want you to understand is this. What I want you to understand is branding is not just about, it's not even about the logo, because at this point I don't have a logo. Probably the only thing I have right now is I know that there are color schemes that are pertaining to me as a brand and to every of my business brands and all, and fonts too. But that is not what a brand is. Those are minute excerpts or minute details to building the bigger picture. So it's more like a character. I've come to that point where by default, persons who see me or who know me by default, what you call me now is, you call me Apostle of Design. All right, because I didn't just adopt that as a name. I'm practically living up to it. It has become a character, it's a lifestyle to me, for me, and with everything that pertains to me. It's a life. So I don't just answer it, I don't just have it, I live it. All right. So building a brand is more like building a new character. It's more like building a new lifestyle. It affects both the message you are telling with your clothes, the kind of clothes you wear, with the way you talk, with the places that persons find you, with the kind of things you do, with the kind of posts you make online. It's deals with your whole lifestyle, your whole being as a person. All right. So branding is not just you telling a logo designer, do me this logo or get me this logo done. This is my brand name, this is the tagline, and this. You put on your warm up, you put on your WhatsApp profile picture, put on your Facebook and your Instagram and everywhere, and you think you've built a brand. You have basically done like 2% of the job, because that is not where it lies. That's not where branding lies. And here's another thing you need to know, that a brand cannot be built in a day. It cannot be even built in a week. It cannot be built in a month. It can take years to build a brand. It can take really a very long number of years. All right, it can take 5, it can take 10 years to build a brand, because it takes time for you to build a character that persons will know that, okay, this is who this person is at this point. All right. So So this is something I've built. I mean, I went to secondary school, and most of the persons who were my classmates in secondary school at this point don't have the same perception or the same ideology that they had about me before. They don't have that same ideology right now, because over time I've come to consistently build that brand I want for myself, that lifestyle, that character. So now they don't just know me as, okay, this is Daniel from that time, this is the way it was that time. There is a respect to the name, because over the years I've built a structure, I've built a character that gives me that boldness, that confidence, and also gets me that little extra respect than it should have been. All right, should have been by default. So branding is a journey. All right, that's the way I love to say it. It's a journey, it's an experience. Why in the branding process, all right, you have to go through a lot of hurdles, a lot of things, a lot of steps, a lot of processes. I mean, you have to go through understanding. You have to understand that persons going out there to preach the word about you is also part of branding. It's more like the marketing part of branding. You have to understand that place of discovery, brand discovery, where you have to discover who you are. All right. So now I told you guys that there are basic things I want you people to answer tonight. Okay. Like I said, I enjoy more of workshops. I wish I could, probably just move over to my whiteboard so make it really practical. So, but then we'll not have enough time to do that. So there are three strategic questions you have to answer as a person who wants to build a brand, okay, for yourself as a personal brand or a business brand. Three. And number one is who. The question who is a very important part of the whole journey to building a brand. You have to know who you are. Who am I? What are your core values? What are your objectives? What do you want to be known for? In three adjectives, explain or tell us who you are, or who your business, or what your business is about. Who are you? If you want to build a personal brand, you want to be known as a graphic designer. Who are you? What kind of designer do you want to be? You have to first go through self-discovery. You have to discover what you want, who you are, the kind of voice you want to put out there, the kind of things you want people to know you for. All right. For me as a person, who am I? I am a designer who is mostly interested or who is inclined in design, sales, and branding. So if you hear apostle of design, one of the things that comes to mind is this is one of the designers who have a very high knowledge of what sales is, not like many other designers who are just into design. So if you hear Danny Amara, what comes to mind is, okay, this designer who understands what sales is. This guy understands what marketing is. This guy understands what branding is. It's different. You don't just have that default perception, okay, because the better person of design, this guy must probably be a graphic designer. I mean, I can try to explore the mission, the way my own mission or vision for myself as a brand and for my business brand is quite different from the vision or mission you have in mind for yourself. And that is why you have to go through understanding who you are. You might think at this moment that you actually know who you are, but the truth is this: you probably don't. Okay, you might think at this moment you know what the kind of brand you want to have, but the truth is at this point you might probably not even know it. But the beautiful thing is, in the process, in the light of going through that journey, that process, I mean, yeah, I wish I could probably go back to my whiteboard. In the journey of, going through from that point you are right now to the point you want to be, that person you want to be known for, that is the step you take to discover who you really want to be. So you don't just get to know this is, I mean, where I am right now is probably or is never where I wanted to be from the beginning. All right. At the beginning, I had a whole different thing in mind. All right. I wanted to be a graphic designer. I wanted to just, I mean, I enjoyed the craft of designing. I enjoyed picking up my laptop, doing some. So even if I got a laptop, I used to use my brother's laptop and play around, use the desktop at home, play around, try out some stuff. And just keep going. I never thought I would get to this point where I am today, that I'll probably be building a whole business brand for myself. I didn't even know that at any point in time that I will get to be known for this name, Apostle of Design. But this is what happens in the course of your discovery. That process from this point to next point. But the question is, are you ready to go on that journey? Because if you're not ready to go on that journey, you will not get to discover who you are. You might not even be able to, like I said, you will not even discover who you are in the first month, in the second month, in the first year, maybe in the second year, maybe. All right, it's in the process. For me, I'm still in that process of building a very solid brand for myself. I'm still in that process. I'm still in that journey. I'm still in that experience, that exploration. I'm still embarking on that adventure because I've not yet built the brand I want to build for myself. All right. So at this point, I'm still even building a brand because there's still a lot of things to do. All right. It can take me extra years or extra months to do this, but you have to consistently keep going. So you have to know who you are. Okay, it's very okay to start with what you think or who you think you are. It's very okay to start out. Okay, I'm a designer, and this is it. This is it. I want to be designing flyers and banners for this. Probably the next day to change. You might probably now say that the kind of designer you want to be is someone who does 3D design. Okay, and the next time again it changes. The next year again it changes. But you should be okay to accept that change. You should be okay to accept that process, that journey, that adaptation. Okay, that adaptation process where you are trying to change some things while you keep going and keep going. You should be very okay with it. It's very okay to be at that time in your journey. All right. So first thing, know who you are. First, the second thing is what? What are you offering? What are you giving out to your audience out there? What makes you spectacular? What is your unique selling point? What do you have to offer? What is your no-brainer offer? I want you to write these questions down because I want you, at your spare time or immediately after this session, I want you to bring out time and begin to answer these questions. What are your offers? What is your no-brainer offer? What makes you spectacular? What is your unique selling point? What makes you unique? If other designers around the area are designing flyers, what will make persons want to probably work with you? What will make persons want to say, okay, this is the man. We want to work with Lawrence, want to work with Daniel Amara, want to work with Kelvin, want to work with this guy, want to work with this other guy. What is your what? What is your what? What are you offering? What are you offering? At the time, what are you offering? What do you have to offer? What do you have to give out there? What do you have to give to your audience? What makes you unique? What makes you spectacular? What makes you different? For whatever skill you want to get into now, there are about 1 million others already in the whole world. Okay, 1 million others already doing that same thing. So what makes you different? Why will someone pick you out of the 1 million in the whole wide world, while somebody pick you out of the 100,000 in your city, in your location? Why would it be you? So what do you have to offer? What is your no-brainer offer? What is that one single offer that if you pull it out to your client, they will never give a no answer to it. They will never say no. All right. What is that offer? What is that offer? So you have to know first. We said who you are. Now what you offer, and then third, why should they care? Okay, why should they care? Now they know what you offer. Why should these persons care? First, you have to understand that the person you are trying to put out your brand to, or the person you are trying to show your new character or your new lifestyle, they're also human beings. They have their own lifestyle and their own character too. So why should they care about your own character, about your own brand, about your own lifestyle? Why should they even have this particular perception about you? Why? What do they stand to gain? What are the benefits they are gaining from knowing that this is who you are, this is what you offer, and also patronizing or buying into what you have to offer? Why is a very important and strategic question. Why? What is the why? What is the why? What is the why? So three questions. First, who are you? What do you offer? Why should we care? Who are you? What do you offer? Why should we care? Three things I want you to say out loud from wherever you are. Who are you? What do you offer? Why should we care? Who are you? What do you offer? And why should we care? These three things very important in building a brand. I mean, when it comes to building a brand, also strategic things you need to look into. Like I said earlier, that the logo part and the whole visual branding is a part of the journey, but it's not just what branding is. And here's what branding does to you. If you can answer these three questions I gave to you this night, tonight, at this moment, if you can answer it, then you're already on your way to build a brand that will skyrocket to 1000%. Okay, you're already on your way to build a brand that will skyrocket to 1000%. 1000%. When I saw the team, I was like, wow, this is glorious. 1000%. All right. So if you can answer these questions, you're on your way to go from point zero to point 1000. You're on your way to go from point 1000 to point 2000. You're on your way to go from point 100 to point 1000 and 1100. Abi? Okay. 1 1. All right. So you just have to answer these three strategic questions. When you answer this, you've handled a major part of your branding system. And here's what branding does for you. I mean, branding builds, like I said earlier, builds that perception. All right. But the thing is this, that branding doesn't just build the perception in the minds of the persons or your audience, your customers, your prospects. What it does is branding also keeps you at the top of their head, at the top of their mind, keeps you at the top list. So let's say that there are, like I mentioned earlier, there are 1 million designers. Branding keeps you at number one, okay, at that list, keeps you at number one if you do it right. Okay, if you do it right, branding is like the most important part of building whatever business or company you have in mind, or telling whatever thing you want to sell. If you can understand the game of branding, you can make so much money. Like, you can make so much money if you understand the game of branding. Branding is so so important that whatever kind of business you want to build, you cannot do without branding. All right, you cannot do without branding. Because of the way I've put out my brand over the years, my Instagram has become a personal CV for me. That you go out there, you look at my Instagram, and automatically I'm eligible for the job you are offering. I'm eligible because my Instagram is a very sweet place. You are basically seeing my lifestyle in there. You are basically seeing that brand I am building for myself in there. So there's nothing to stress about it. You get, there's nothing to stress about it because you're already seeing me. There is me is there. All right, you are seeing me there. So it has become a CV for me that I don't need to stress much. Okay, I don't need to stress much to get a particular gig or a particular job, because what Brighton has done is to keep me at number one. Okay, I am the number one. I'm the number one. All right, I am there. I'm there. I'm there because of the way I've tried to put out my brand, or the character I've tried to build, so persons can know me for this. And why I would stay at the number one on that list is because I don't just put out the logo and then leave it there. All right, or I don't just in quote build the brand and leave it there. That brand building happens consistent. So you have to be consistent with showing up with that energy or with that character or lifestyle you want people to know you for. Not just in the online space, but also in the offline space. They have to know you for this. This is who you are, and this is what you want them to know you for. You live it, excuse me, you live it as a lifestyle. All right. So it has come to a point that even at my current location, if you don't see me with a particular kind of dressing, say okay, probably something is off. All right, because even as a brand, I've also structured the pattern of dressing I go out with out there. All right, even as a brand, I've also structured the kind of content I put out on my socials. Okay, even as a brand, I've also structured the kinds of things I say when I'm outside with different people in the offline space, not just in the online space, in the offline space when I'm just chilling out there and I know there are persons who are around, who are watching me, I still have to keep up with the lifestyle. It has become a norm. It has to be something you live. You don't fake a brand. You live a brand. You can't fake it. All right. If you try to fake the kind of brand you want to build, at some point you get tired of faking it, and persons will know who you really are. They will know you for who you truly are. So you can't fake a brand. You have to just be true in the journey. If you are putting on since the lifestyle, if you are putting on that lifestyle, it cannot be a fake lifestyle. It has to be a true. You have to be true to yourself. That's something in branding, because if you try to fake it, people know and you are losing customers. But the more you fake it, they are finding out and they are running away from you, and it will be very difficult for you to get them back again. All right. So branding, very, very important. If you want to scale your sales from point zero to point 1,000, you have to understand how to build a brand. There's something we call brand strategy, where you have to do this strategizing, where sales strategy comes in. You got my bio across all socials. One of the things you see is branding and sales strategy, branding and sales strategies, because this is something I've tried over time. It's not just about those designs can come in, or the logo, or the font choice, and you know color alignment, blah blah blah, all of those things, balance. They can come in, but they are not the major things. If you cannot put out the message behind those visuals that you have built, then there's no need building those visuals. So you have to have a capable team that, or if it's a personal brand, you have to have you have to understand what your brand is. It starts with you understanding first. If it's a company, your company has to understand this is what my brand is about. All right. So these are like very important and strategic things you need to know about branding. You want to skyrocket your brand, you have to be ready to walk the process. You have to be ready to journey through it. It's not just about the logo, it's not just about all of this stuff. You have to build something that will be tangible, something that can last the test of time. You have to live that lifestyle, because it has to be you. It has to be inbuilt. It has to be coming from within, from your passion, from your desire, from your yearning. All right, it cannot be faked. If you try to fake it, you get tired, and everybody will get to know who you really are. All right, like I said, this session never was going to be long. I wish I could really spend enough time, because there are a lot of things I had that I even had a slide prepared, but then at this point, okay, at this point, I probably can't, make it up to stay for a very long time here. If we have another time to spend together, definitely I will be glad to still show up, so we can talk more on branding and sales. This is a very beautiful thing, and it's something that is very, very important and strategic for every kind of business. This is not restricted to this to a particular kind of business. It's not restricted to a particular niche, or a particular person, or a particular, it's not for celebrities alone. It's not for persons who are blown. It's not for movie guys. It's not for designers. It's not for even big companies who have to put up logos and all. Like for me personally, I'm a personal brand. And on top of that, I have a business brand, because I have a business structure I'm building up. For me as a person, I'm a personal brand, and you too as a person, you can be a brand. Okay, this a pen can be a brand. This airpod, okay, that I'm putting on right now is a brand. All right, this laptop is a brand. Anything you see around you is a brand. Okay, so even the trouser you're putting on right now, you can put it out there as a brand. All right, so you are a brand, and even if you don't want to make money, all right, let's say you don't do any business, I don't, even if you decide to work as a civil servant, you are still a brand, because you still have to keep putting out a character or a lifestyle. So what you are known for, okay, what people know you for has automatically made you a brand. If people know you for something, you are a brand. If people know you for something, you are a brand. So I don't want us to have this very serious mindset about branding, that branding is something really difficult. You have to bring out time, and definitely you have to bring out time to build this and the whole structure and all. But I don't want to have that perception that this is for this only this kind of persons who have money to pay you 1 million to work on the brand and all of that. Look at it as something very, very friendly and important. The only thing is you just have to tweak it and channel it well for you to harness the milk in it. All right, for you to milk it very well. All right, so yeah, I think this is where we'll stop for tonight. Their questions are probably just a couple of them, and if there's still another time, I'm definitely glad to come up and share my 2 cents knowledge with you guys. Yeah,
Okay, thank
Lawrence,
you
over
so
to
much,
you.
sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, sir. Please, if you have any question, you can bring it up so we can round up. If you have any question, you can just ask it so I can answer and then we can round up, guys. Any question?
All right. While we
Okay.
are waiting for the question, while we're waiting for the
Okay.
question, let me quickly recommend this. All right. For every person on this call, I recommend that you get this book, whether online or offline, wherever you see the book or wherever you can get it. I recommend that you get this book, Flip. Brand Flip. That's the name of the book. Brand Flip, as in FLIP.
Okay, so I think we have a
Okay. F.
question.
All right. All right.
Somebody's asking how to start and what you need to start a business, I think.
Okay. How to start and what you need to start. Okay, how to start what is it a business or is it how to start building a brand or what particularly can you throw more light to it and tell them a little more light to it. All right, so while I'm waiting for clarity, brand flip, that's the name of the book. The other one is what's the name of this book? I don't even brand something to open your eyes to a lot of things you need to know about brand. Okay. I see how to start building a brand. Okay. All right. So like I said, I want you to look at it this way that you've already said building a brand right from the day you were born. Okay. I don't want us to take it like something really, really absurd, rigid, something weird, something meant for persons who have money because from the day you were born, you've already said building your brand. That is the truth. You already said building your brand. The only thing is now that you probably know where you want to be or who you are at this moment, how do you now channel yourself to showing up with that habit or that character or that lifestyle for persons to know you? That just like um let's say you are known with the fact that probably every um every 4 p.m. you are always in the church praying, all right? And with time, persons have seen you show up like that, and then probably what the kinds of things you'll be hearing is, oh, is it that guy that used to come by 4 o'clock every day to church and pray? And you are known for that basically. That's like the perception people have about you. So if you want that to now change, when you now stop coming every 4 p.m. to church, the thing that will not be that people be saying is, okay, is it that guy that used to, okay, not usually now, okay, so let's say you are still doing it, okay, 4 p.m. you're always in church. The marketing structure people have or the perception people have is it that guy that usually comes to church every day by 4 p.m. But when you now begin to change that habit and lifestyle, what people will now be saying is it that guy that used to come to church by 4 p.m. And then if what you now do is you now go to party by 4 p.m. Say, okay, that guy that used to go to church by 4 p.m. but now he's going for party by 4 p.m. every day. So you've already said building a brand. The only thing is you just working to changing the structure of the brand. Okay. All right. So the only thing is you working to changing the structure, okay, that character, right, or that perception people have. So now you probably at the point where you probably discovered what you want, who you are, kind of structure you want to build. The work is now, putting it out there for persons to know you for this particular thing, for persons to know you for this particular thing, for persons to know that this is who you are, this is what you do, and this is it, this is where you are now, this is your whole structure, your whole lifestyle. All right, so the how to do that is first, if you've answered the three questions I gave earlier, the next thing is to start building it from the little point, from the ground level to the highest level. Start building it. All right. From the ground level to the highest level, just start building it. Just start building it. All right. You can try to start with the visual design to probably do a logo for yourself. Get your own brand logo, your brand identity, your whole brand identity, and all of that and all of that. But when you are done getting that, you have to go ahead to understand building a whole strategy. But even before you start working on your identity, you have to have built a strategy for yourself, a brand strategy and a sales strategy for yourself. A brand cannot be built without a sales strategy. All right. A brand cannot be built, or let me put it this way, a profitable brand cannot be built without a sales strategy. Take that down. A profitable brand cannot, I said cannot, underlining, cannot be built without a sales strategy. If you have a strategy, okay, if you have a sales strategy, you will be stranded as a brand. You will not even get to that point of you being a brand. All right. So I think I've probably answered that question without going too detailed and all. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Because of time, guys, we'll stop here today. We'll have another section with Daniel Amara next time where we'll be throwing questions, and this time around is going to be practical section. Sir, I hope you're with me, sir.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you
Yeah.
definitely.
So we'll be having another section with him. Well, I'll fix date with him. Then we'll be having a practical section with him where he's going to be giving us practical aspect of all this branding. There are more to this. I think because of time, he's just rushing, but there are more to this. So, guys, I think we're going to call it a day. Thank you so much, sir, for coming around. We appreciate so much. Thank you for the
Thank
knowledge.
you
Thank
very
you for
much.
the value. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for
Okay,
having me. Thank you
guys.
for having me,
Thank,
guys.
thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Okay, okay, goodbye, sir. Okay, guys, we're going to call it a day. I want us to come to the WhatsApp group and drop a comment. Just drop a comment and wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're having another wonderful speaker in our midst. Kelechimba Jr. Wow, I can't wait for tomorrow. So guys, let's get ready. Tomorrow we'll be having him. Okay, good night everybody and God bless you.